Hi guys, and welcome to Let's Go Financial. My name is David, and hasn't the crypto market started to move again? So much so that I thought we'll talk about a couple of the big name cryptos out there that are important to many of you, namely XRP and Bitcoin. First of all, when we look at XRP, the fundamentals supporting the price has never been greater. Ripple, as a company, keeps growing its customer base that uses XRP in more and more countries around the globe. On-demand liquidity volumes are up significantly from where they were 12 months ago. The company continues to grow despite the regulatory uncertainty we've seen in the United States. So what sort of price action can we expect to see from XRP, the utility token? Well, if you've watched my last video, then you've probably noticed there that there's an overwhelming amount of evidence that suggests that XRP has already been predetermined to be the number one crypto out there by the time this show is over. Until that show is over though, what price can we expect to see from XRP or for Bitcoin for that matter? What characteristics can we pick up from the last crypto market cycle and use that as a template going forward? Let's have a look at the data and see what it shows. I'll also highlight some key points that we can keep in mind right now to be able to position ourselves to profit the most. So, let's go. Now, as far as timing is concerned, all cryptocurrencies to date have been following Bitcoin's lead. It pays, therefore, to have a brief look to see where Bitcoin is in its cycle to understand where XRP is in its cycle. One way to do this is to briefly look at the live Bitcoin stock-to-flow chart. Now, this chart aims to value Bitcoin based on the Bitcoin scarcity coming to the market, as every 4 years the amount of Bitcoin to the market is halved. Now, to date, you can see that this chart has so far been reasonably accurate. So what are some key takeaways from this chart? Well, this blue line represents Bitcoin's fair market price. Presently, Bitcoin has to go up about $20,000 in US dollar terms to be able to be considered fair market. But as you can see from its history, Bitcoin often overshoots this. And when it does so, it could be between, I would say, $100 and perhaps $200,000 before it's considered overvalued, and it should do this within the next couple of years. So today, early February 2022, Bitcoin may be considered undervalued because it is below this blue line. Now, you may have noticed that it actually reached its fair market value late last year of around $66,000. Now let's have a look at that on this next chart. There is there, Bitcoin peaked at around $66,000. It is currently trading here at $42,700. And if regulators don't come and attack Bitcoin, it wouldn't be a far cry to say that Bitcoin could quite easily reach between $100,000 and $200,000, which is way up here. But what I'd like to draw our attention on is Bitcoin's previous market peak. You can see here that Bitcoin peaked at approximately $19,500. And during the bear market rally, which was after its previous peak, you can see here that Bitcoin reached about $210 and it touched it on a couple of occasions. So this purple line represents the lowest point that Bitcoin reached during the previous bear market to its peak price there of $19,500, which, if you're fortunate enough to buy Bitcoin at $210 and sell it for $19,500, you would have made a multiple of 92 times your investment. A nice one to be had for sure. But what I'd like to now do is draw your attention to what XRP did for the same period. As you can see from this XRP price chart, it is currently trading at about 74 cents, which is considerably lower compared to where it traded at during its previous bull market peak of about $3.10. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is trading at twice that of its previous bull market peak. If XRP was to merely keep up with Bitcoin right now, it will be trading at $6.20, which is about 8 times higher from where we are right now. But let's compare the price of XRP during the previous bull market rally with that of Bitcoin and see where we stand. We know that XRP peaked at $3.10, but what price did it trade at during the lowest part of its previous bear market? You can see here it is about 0.4 of a cent. So if you put XRP at 0.4 of a cent and sold it at $3.10, then that's a move that is 775 times your initial investment when compared to Bitcoin's 92 times your initial investment for the same period. Now, what price did XRP reach during the worst part of its bear market rally during this cycle? We can see here 16 cents is about it. If XRP was to do 775 times the price it traded at during the worst part of its current bear market cycle, then that would push XRP to about $124 right now. And that is the peak price I would expect XRP to reach during this bull market cycle, the lowest being $6.20. Here is a chart that looks at the XRP price movements in red and compares them with Bitcoin in blue for the time period that we've been looking at. Though BTC and XRP share similar fundamentals, like they can both exchange value and both of them have scarcity about them, as both of them are of a finite number, they are fundamentally very different cryptocurrencies too, and therefore the fundamental price drivers may also be quite different. From a technical point of view though, you can see how the price movements in the current cycle have been very similar to that of the previous cycle. You can see that when both cryptocurrencies peaked in late 2013, that move was literally dwarfed by the peak that took place in late 2017. And if the next crypto market cycle is anything similar, then we can expect both cryptocurrencies to peak literally off this chart. It's worth noting the Bitcoin price here in blue, as it was starting to pull away from the XRP price before it finally peaked here. Now XRP did peak, but it was sometime later. But boy, when it did so, it did at a significantly greater margin than Bitcoin. Are we being set up for the same move here? Will XRP move significantly higher in percentage terms than Bitcoin before they both peak again? Well, only time will tell. Owning the right cryptocurrencies that solve a real-world problem is like owning a viable business that people will flock to because it improves their quality of life. Being a scarce asset and a hedge against inflation just adds to the desire to want to own it. XRP is the premier crypto being used for cross-border payments and the tokenization of assets in this new digital economy. Fundamentally, the future looks bright. In a technical trading environment, large upswings and downswings should not matter to you if you have a value buy and hold strategy. But for those looking to remove some of the volatility, then selling a portion of your holdings at around the peak may just be the ticket, with the view of buying it back at a discount plus a little bit more. If this bull market is anything like the last one, then the upside to the XRP price will clearly dwarf that of Bitcoin at current price levels. My personal concern is that the gate to purchasing XRP may close at some point, making it impossible to buy back in, but that's a risk you take if you're a short-term trader. Bitcoin may be the first to move up and get all the media attention as the people's coin, but this is just a sign for XRP holders to get ready. The next peak of around $100,000 to $200,000 for Bitcoin is not out of the question. It could even go a little higher if panic buying accelerates due to the failing economy. XRP, though, is at the heart of both the present and future economy being built out, which we can all have a share in. I expect it to outperform Bitcoin from current price levels by a significant margin before this bull market is over. I know where my money is.